everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be enjoying some free roam fun with the guinea pigs. I'm also going to be answering your most asked questions when it comes to doing free roaming floor time with your own guinea pigs. I do see the same questions over and over again, so hopefully we can iron some of those out for you guys. And lastly, I am going to be doing an exciting unboxing and slightly nerdy unboxing of a new product that I got for me and also kind of for the guinea pigs. It's something I'm looking forward to using because it's going to make things a little bit easier for me looking after them, so more on that one later. So the guinea pigs have been cleaned out this morning. Since then they've been just mostly chilling and sleeping and being very lazy piggies indeed. So now we're kind of getting into the afternoon and I know they are a little bit more awake, definitely more awake than they were this morning. So we're going to set up their floor time setup downstairs. Hopefully they'll have some fun exploring around and getting some exercise down there too. So I just want to get this down out of here. So this is the Piggies floor time setup for today. As you can see, I've got a cage liner down here on the carpet. I have their litter tray. I have one of their favourite hideys, which is the wooden archway or the willow sticks. I also have a hammock, and I have these 3 different tunnels which are sort of radiating out from this area. And for some of you out there with beady eyes, as a bit of behind the scenes, you might notice we have some wood and strange looking materials over here in the corner of the room. This is actually our hammock making supplies for our next batch of guinea pig hammocks. So if you are interested in them, I haven't posted anything about them yet, but they will be coming soon. Just drop me a message on Facebook or Etsy, links below if you're interested. So with everything set up, let's go grab the pigs. Honestly, no joke. This is how I found these 2 in the cage. I thought you weren't meant to be friends, but it seems you are really. We are here again, Mr. Panda. You have a strange obsession with it, don't you? You do. So whilst we're still having a bit of an explore, I'm going to tackle question number 1 of my most asked floor time questions. What is the liner and how do you make it? So basically the liner is something I've made myself. I have tutorial videos on how to do it. It is very, very simple. And because the liners that I make are waterproof, you know 100% that no liquids are going to get through there, including of course the dreaded pee. So they are great for floor time, and if you had really messy piggies then you could lay them all over the area that your piggies were out exploring on. This is what's happening off shot. But Phoebe is doing what Phoebe does best. I can't. Wow, that's okay, she's gone. Okay guys, let's do this unboxing. So this box arrived yesterday from Proscenic, and this is their OptClean P12 cordless vacuum cleaner that I'm very excited to get my hands on. I've never owned a cordless vacuum cleaner before, and I'm hoping it's gonna work wonders for cleaning up after these messy piggies of mine. Try not to stab myself. Here we go, we're in. Ooh, it's surprisingly light, like the box is itself. There's lots of attachments. This is the main piece of the vacuum cleaner. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Is the main part for doing the floor with. Okay, and immediately it's very flexible, so that's good. And we are charging. And I'm going to move on to my next most asked question, which is what happens if the piggies poo or pee on the carpet, you likely are going to be left with a mark on the carpet, and it's literally just a case of getting some fairy liquid, washing up liquid, whatever it is, soapy water, and scrubbing it out with a sponge. Now I know ideally we don't want to have pets, humans, anyone in the house peeing on the carpet, but accidents do happen and it is relatively easy to clean up. Surely there's no way on earth she can get past that. That is solid. Just as the piggies are downstairs, I have finished charging the vacuum battery up here. It's now solid blue light, which means it's fully charged. So we're going to give it a go on the solid wood floor in here. This is the kind of mess that it will have to contend with on a daily basis. There is bits of hair, hay, all sorts falling out of the cage, sometimes even poop. So as I said before, this is the ProScenic P12 vacuum cleaner, and some of its key features are that it has an upgraded anti-tangle roller brush, it has 33 kilopascals of strong suction, and it also has an added light on the main attachment. So far, it's done a really good job of the floor, and a bit later on, I'm going to test it inside the piggy's cage. Moving on to my third most commonly asked question when it comes to floor time, and it is, when is the best time to start doing it with your new guinea pigs? Obviously, a lot of you are new owners out there, or you're about to get guinea pigs. You know taming is a slow process, so it's pretty daunting for our guinea pigs having a wide open space to explore, even if there are fun things like tunnels dotted around. And it takes time for our guinea pigs to be able to interact with a situation like that and not be just overwhelmed and too scared by it. So because of that, I would probably wait to do floor time until your guinea pigs have been with you for a good 3 to 4 months, maybe shorter if they are very confident piggies and you already know they're confident by the way they behave in the cage. But also when you start floor time with them, I would do it in a much smaller area, perhaps just a very small playpen or a few CNC grids laid out in a small square. You can sit in there with them and just give them 15 to 20 minutes just to get used to the idea of perhaps walking around you, being in a bit more of an open space, and then pop them back in the cage. And just keep doing that for the first couple of weeks. Build it up for them. And then you can gradually increase that floor area and give them a bigger space to explore and see how they go. I really tucked that in as much as possible. But, you know, she's determined. She's very determined. Now, I know people say they use handheld hoovers to clean poops and hay off the fleece and that it works great for them. Personally, I've never really found this. I haven't found a hoover that works well enough. I'm gonna try the narrowest attachment on these poops and the rest of the hay. So that actually worked really well at getting the poops up, but I think overall the medium-sized one is going to work best for the fleece, and probably on the quietest setting as well, which might even mean that the piggies get used to it in the cage and I don't have to make sure that I'm only doing it when they're not in the cage. I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed, and I think I will be using this in the cage. The only thing I'll be honest about that it doesn't collect as well is like longer, more stalky pieces of hay. It just can't suction them up as well, because obviously it's a small pipe on there. But all of the poops went up there instantly, as well as all the hair and the kind of smaller bits of hay. And if you want to pick up one of these vacuums for yourself, I will put the link below, and they are currently available at a discounted price. You can also order these off Amazon, and I will be adding them to my Amazon storefront link along with the rest of the products that I recommend. Everything that you might see in my videos and that I highly recommend, I pop it in the Amazon storefront. So do go and check that one out if you've not seen it already. We're back with the piggies, and my fourth and final floor time question is, how do I encourage encourage my guinea pigs to explore more during floor time, because they literally just sit there frozen with fear and I can't get them to move around or explore at all. Now, going back to question 3, this could be the case that your guinea pigs are a bit overwhelmed by the whole situation and perhaps they've been thrown in at the deep end a bit too much. So try give them a smaller space to explore, try sitting in there with them, give them some hideys and tunnels, talk to them, try and encourage them out, perhaps hand feed them, and just work on building up their confidence bit by bit. And I think it's also really important to do it as often as possible, especially if they're very scared. If you only do it, once every couple of weeks, it's just not gonna be frequent enough for them to get used to it. And something else I'd say that I think works for my piggies who aren't the bravest piggies, if I'm honest, is setting them up a base and then having like tunnels and other items radiate out from that base, so they know they can always run back to their base, their litter tray, where their fleece liner is, perhaps where they've got a couple more closed in hideys, and they feel safe because of that in doing a bit more exploring and getting used to having a bigger space. And what you can also do is sit at the other side of the room and kind of encourage them out with some fresh treats and things. You have to start quite near them, especially if they're very shy, but over time you can build up that space and create that distance between you and them, and they will gradually start to learn that exploring isn't so scary after all. So with that is everything for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, then pop them down below and I will do my best to get back to you. As always, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!